Shaina ji, through the day we have heard various statements coming in from the opposition leaders, including Shiv Sena, Mr. Sharad Pawar. We have also heard Mr. Uddhav Thackeray talking about this. Various political parties have spoken on this issue. And it seems like that the opposition camp thinks that the question of leadership is not the most pertinent or the immediate one that needs to be answered. They believe an issue-based approach can be taken and they can counter the narrative of the BJP. You are overplaying. BJP is overplaying the question of leadership because there are no real alternatives within the BJP or there is no healthy competition within the BJP. That's what Priyanka Chaturvedi said. Just some time ago, we played that bite as well. Your thoughts on those, statements that have come in the public domain?
Anusha, firstly, we need to know what the INDIA stands for. Do we want a strong opposition? Every democracy and opposition is required. But do you want an opposition that has tremors before and where the earthquake has happened even before the event has taken place? That's a question that the voter will answer. What do voters of India vote for? They vote for stability. They vote for strong leadership. They vote for a vision plan, and most importantly, they vote for political will. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has not just shown that there is here a progressive NDA which has worked tirelessly for 10 years, has shown on ground, be it infrastructure projects, be it Jan Dhan, Mudra Banking, Ujjwala, Fasal Bima Yojana, Ayushman Bharat, Awas Yojana, the list is endless, and this is all trial and tested. Fortunately, today in the 21st century is the politics of performance. People have gone beyond this Jat Paat Dharm ki Rajniti. What unifying force are you talking about? They don't even know who their leader is. And when you have so many small splinter parties coming together with no agenda, forget us, I don't even think the voter will accept this.
You know, I'm just trying to add more layers and more meat to this discussion as we take it forward. Shaina ji, we've had this debate on Viewpoint for the last 2-3 days, and the repeated narrative that I've heard from the opposition parties, including Ashpreet is also with us on the broadcast, is the fact that inflation is an issue, unemployment is an issue, according to the opposition parties. There are various issues pertaining to development on which the BJP has not delivered, and these parties are coming together to highlight those particular issues. Because BJP does not want to debate on an issue-by-issue basis, that is why they are overplaying this question of leadership. Answer that question head-on.
I will take this question head-on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will not just sweep 2024, but will be here on the agenda of development only. This is an alliance of the corrupt. There is no ideology. They have failed before they've started, and sadly, you have a ship which has sunk because there is nobody to sail them through. You talk about a soldier. Well, where does a soldier fight? A soldier fights when it has a united army. Here there is no army. There is no vision. And what is your vision for India? I ask and I plead and I say that if you don't have a common minimum agenda, you don't know what you're going to head to the voter with, you have doomed before you started. So please do understand, meeting after meeting, you look at Patna, what happened, you look at the current so-called hype for Mumbai. I want to only say that if you are here for performance, then the voter will welcome you. Prime Minister Modi has not just done India proud, he has done Indians proud world over. He has done our economy proud, and you can keep checking.
I want to take the argument forward from what we have discussed. Shaina has made one point in the last 4 minutes that she's spoken, that people depend on their leaders for a lot of things, and dependability in Indian politics today is a huge factor. For dependability, and especially in today's time, with the kind of vigor with which the BJP has projected Prime Minister as he's going to be the leader for the next general elections as well, and his track record in the last two terms, it is evidently clear that the question will boil down to leadership, and I'll tell you why. Issue by issue based discussion is fantastic for a democracy. It must happen. That's not my argument. My argument is that when you go to the voters, other than the economics of it, other than the financials of it, there is a strong emotive appeal under which each voter in this country really casts their ballot. From that point of view, do you really have a face that you can offer to the people of this country? I mean, let alone your alliance partners. Would you really have some kind of agreement on it? I don't think the alliance can skirt the question of leadership for far too long, is my argument. Harshpreet.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, the credit for the Alliance India goes to anyone. It is the Bharatiya Janata Party and Mr. Modi. Their turning of democracy into dictatorship has brought all the opposition parties together and has united the country of 140 crore people together against the Bharatiya Janata Party. So thank you to them. Number two, the reason as to why everybody has come together on one single platform is to save India, is to save the people of India, and is to save India's democracy. That's being obliterated by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, the fact of the matter is they have been posing this question again and again, and I've already answered them, that we happen to be living in a parliamentary form of government, not a presidential form of government. Now, we do realize that the Bharatiya Janata Party doesn't really understand the constitution well, and that's why they have different perceptions and perspectives about this. But unlike the BJP, we do not impose decisions as to who the prime ministerial face is going to be upon everyone. We decide it collectively with a consensus. And the Bharatiya Janata Party shoves it down the throat of their leaders, of their workers, and dissent is unconstitutional for the Bharatiya Janata Party. And I like to ask...
Harshpreet, that makes a great argument for a TV debate, and I give that to you. But in reality, in substance, it boils down to the issue of leadership and how a particular leader can keep the flock together. This flock definitely needs a leader that can keep it together. So what you have said so far is great for a TV debate, but it has not answered it on the substance of it. You do need a face to go to the people. And right now, with the conflicting ambitions of various regional satraps, Rahul Gandhi being touted by the Congress party in unofficial ways, quote unquote, I mean, it is a clear competition which is out there. And with that competition, that takes me to the second point. Can you really have a seat sharing agreement?
100%. There will be a seat sharing agreement. There will be a common minimum program. Everything would be delivered on and before time. Number two, as far as your, the question is concerned, who's going to be the PM face? And do you have the leaders? Let me tell the Bharatiya Janata Party this thing very clearly, categorically, that we have more than a dozen leaders who are way more capable than Mr. Modi is, have a much better vision to offer to the country, have a much better developmental agenda to offer to the country, and would definitely not be doing no press conference for 9 long years, would definitely not be ignoring incidents such as Manipur for 77 long days, would definitely not be ignoring the incidents in Haryana for so many days and not even speak about it, wouldn't make sure that there is no debate and discussion happening over the bills that are passed to change the country.
A sharp pitch for leadership, a sharp narrative as far as leadership is concerned, and a sharp narrative as far as key issues are concerned. If any of these is fragmented for any political party, I don't think it's going to cut ties with the voters of India, who I agree are very smart ones.